Whoa, that's not a good start. Knocking the camera over. So what's up? We're set break right now, Phish show. So I don't know. Just was not in the mood to do the recap last night after the way the Buckeyes game ended. I'm sure you can imagine how I felt. The Billy String show was absolutely amazing, right? Had a great time. Was tempted. My plan was I'll just drive all the way home and not listen to the game. I'll listen to the show, Phish show, that is. It was probably going to be on live Phish by then. So instead, I had to check in on the game. When I first tuned in, I finally found it. Buckeyes were up and had the ball in the fourth quarter, but no, didn't really matter. They soon punted, gave Clemson the ball. Clemson went right down and scored. And then a good thing, they left the Buckeyes a little bit of time. And I didn't know about all the controversial calls and everything at that time. So I just immediately shut it down. The excitement from the Billy String show had kind of worn off. It was pretty much the saddest I had about 2 hours of driving left. It was probably the saddest 2 hour drive I've ever experienced. That's for sure. No music, no podcast, no nothing. Just the sound of rain. It's kind of foggy, kind of cold. Dark. The lights on my truck suck. So, I don't know. People, you hear the expression roller coaster of emotions, but just saw probably one of my favorite shows, one of the best shows I'd ever seen. And then boom, come right back to I kind of expected them to lose. That's why I went to the show. But then I was given hope. And then at that point, I knew not even Phish could cheer me up. So I didn't even bother. I did check out the opener from last night, the new song. There's a nifty little drum beat in that thing. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, I know, man. Sorry about that, dude. It's not my fault. It's just a coincidence. But yeah, their last loss was the Purdue game. I went to see Phish that night. But don't blame me. Congratulate Clemson. They went out and did it. And anyhow, the Phish show last night. Here we are at set break of the Phish show. So that was. I don't really have much of a recap of the Buckeyes game, other than obviously it sucked. A lot of people today during the Browns video were asking where the recaps was. I probably should have started that video instead of waiting about 3 minutes in to kind of give a little heads up why no recap last night. And people were like, all right, well, cool, man. No Phish recap. You went to Billy Strings. Where's the Billy Strings recap? What's up, Baltimore? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just not ready to open that can of worms yet with the Billy Strings recaps. Does seem to be a lot of crossover, obviously, though, between Phish fans and Billy Strings fans. And I don't know, what everybody think of the show last night? I know Guy Forgay, a little controversy there. As there was controversy in the game, there was controversy in the set list, apparently, too. Saw someone said that Ass-Handed was epic. I was like, man, no diss. This is not a diss on Phish at all. But I had just walked out of Billy Strings that evening, and then I hear somebody talking about Ass-Handed being epic. It's like, boy, oh boy. If they only knew. And again, not a diss on Phish at all, because here I am tuned in tonight. No thoughts on the first set tonight, man. Maybe a little tease, something like, there's a little bit. No, not even a tease. Get to tune in later. So I don't know. Someone asked earlier what was up. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll jump on live at set break. I don't know. Sometimes I'm bored during set break. I'm sure a lot of people are bored during set break. Anybody happen to be at the show right now tuned into this? I haven't really been checking out the comments. Yeah, everyone loves Billy. Not everybody loves Billy, man. Yeah, see, look right there. Guy says Billy's overrated. Overrated. I don't know, man. I don't know. Depends on what you've heard. Maybe check out some more stuff. Now, look, if you've listened to a lot of Billy Strings, you're like, look, man, I listened to an entire show. I don't get it. Listen to another entire show. And then if you don't get it, try another entire show. Maybe it's you. No, I don't know. It's not for everybody. Yeah, it's not really a set break report, though. You have. It's not, at least not on a report on tonight's festivities. Although what happened with the opener, man? Tuned in here to the opener, no volume. What happened? They got it straightened out, though. Then we got two songs. Got the Moma Dance coming in at number 2 again tonight. But there's that song's floating along at number 2, kind of feeling like, oh, man, here we go. Even though I think it was maybe in 2018, it did sneak its way into the second set a couple of times. And then, back, 9, 10 in a row now, right there in the first set, most of them in that 2-hole. I'm not losing faith in the Phish. No, not at all. Not at all. not every show, not every show, not every tour. There's been times where they've had entire runs or tours, but I don't think it was the greatest. But then, boom, they come right back. Not ready to write them off just yet. And then all the new songs, some of them forever. It's not like I don't hate all the new songs. I know some people feel like they just don't like any of the Ghosts of the Forest. They don't like any of the soul stuff. Every now and then, and even the songs that I don't particularly like Soul Planet, I'm never gonna, if there's a studio version of that on an album, I'm probably not gonna pop it in and listen a lot, but those songs do usually have worthy jams. Sometimes real good ones, so. So I don't know. That's it. That was the report. Just in case you're wondering what happened last night, that's what happened last night. Somebody is from MSG, I think it said. Was that right? Did I miss that? See on my phone here. Normally when I'm doing these live streams at night, just chilling, pull it up on my desktop as well. I can see the questions a lot better. Yeah, I don't like all the new stuff. I like a lot of it. A couple songs I really, really, really strongly dislike, but that's all right because, then they'll come along with something that's just fucking awesome. So we'll see. I didn't really need that. Hell yeah, you got a Mahavishnu Orchestra for $2.99. You can't beat that. Yep, congrats to the Bengals. It's unbelievable. Although they did it, I should thank the Bengals. Freddie Kitchens, boom, out of here. And I don't know if there's any Browns fans happen to be here right now. No, I do not, Woody. Thanks for checking in, Woody. Of course I do not though. Freddie Kitchens out of here, man. That guy. I don't know what happened, man. They made a mistake and they were like, all right, we fucked up. Freddie Kitchens gone. 6-10. Yeah, I know. Like I saw somebody online was pointing out that it's pretty crazy that songs that they wrote, like whatever, they came out whenever they did. And most of the times, once a band's into their, 25, 30, 35 years in, their new stuff is not what people are going crazy over. Not necessarily the case with this band. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, it would be interesting if their last 4 or 5 albums just were all stinkers and had like one decent song. Some people might think that's the case. That's what happened. I started getting, no, I did not watch the game last night, man. That's what we've been talking about. Went to Billy Strings instead, caught the very end. Oh yeah, there's some chompers at Billy Strings, that's for sure. They're everywhere though, man. They're everywhere. They were in Arizona last night at the game, I'm sure. I don't know about that part. I'm going to get to that point where, man, my hair just naturally parts in the middle. He's very particular about that part. I'm not. It just happens naturally, and I hate it. Ready for a haircut. Yeah, man, that was a tough one. And I didn't want to give the Clemson fans. Clemson fans have already got 2. They're the only ones, I believe, since I've been doing this YouTube thing, who have got 2 in on us. So twice I've had to sit here in front of this camera just absolutely either one time disgusted, the other time just in shock and brokenhearted. I wasn't giving it to them during that ride last night, man. I was not going to let Clemson fans in on my misery yet again. Has Michigan State got us twice since I've been doing this? Perhaps you're right. Oh, was that the game where Cardale Jones quit? Was that the second one? So yeah, man, although it would have probably been pretty entertaining for Clemson fans, and then a few months down the road, I'd have been able to laugh at it. But I mean, I wasn't in tears. But if I wasn't driving, metaphorically, I was sitting on the end of my bed just like this. Just one of them deals. That was it. Except I had to drive, so it's probably like, what happened on that last play, man? Then the fumble, I come home and I'm watching all the stuff on YouTube. The fumble, I mean, that Clemson guy, he caught that ball. I mean, even the NFL thinks that's a catch. I mean, he caught it. He moonwalked for a minute, did another little move, and then fumbled the ball. Buckeyes pick it up, run it in for a touchdown. Never had a catch, just an incomplete pass. I don't know. And the targeting kind of did look like, there was some evidence that old dude Lawrence just kind of ducked into it. Whatever, I don't know. I'm sure Clemson's probably like, hey, man, there was a couple bad calls went against us, too. Yep, Freddie, gone. Yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, and that's the crazy part. They reversed it. It wasn't like they messed it up on the field. Whatever. All right. I'll check out this Christmas card I got. Pretty cool. Came from a Phish fan, surprisingly. I know, only 2 more shows, huh? Unless you're one of those people that's like, well, it's not actually the end of the decade. All right, what time did they take off? About 9:40? All right, we still got some time here, I guess. I don't really have much else to say, but what everybody think of last night overall? Maybe I'll ask you guys. Prediction for the set opener? Oh man, I don't know. I'm horrible at that. I know everybody's horrible at that, but I don't know. Carini or something. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, okay. Bubba Booey agrees. Carini. What did people think last night? Anybody here that did listen or went last night by any chance? Wanting a punch opener. All right. Plasma. That was my New Year's Eve prediction the other night. Still on the board. Some Plasma, New Year's Eve will hit, and then I think I might have said Blaze On. Dogface Boy. Yep. I'll probably eventually go back and listen. I don't know. I got some weird thing though, where like if I don't catch the show live, I rarely go back and listen, even when it's a blazer. Oh, nice. You made it last night. Cool. Yeah, then I saw that Piper Got a Jaboo. I don't know, a lot of people, that's another song that people are kind of like, but, I don't know. Got a Jaboo sometimes delivers a nice jam. Yep, Guy for Gay. Saw there was some controversy there with Guy for Gay. Then there was some people thought, Chalk Dust reprise, Ass-Handed reprise. Trey called it Ass-Handed reprise, I guess. I don't know. There we go. Oh, that's a good look. Oh, yeah, man. The old Mr. Nidifer comb over. My old math teacher, Mr. Nidifer. He had the classic comb over. I don't really hate on chompers, do I? I mean, look, I might do a little poking every now and then. And, look, in the past, in some old videos, I think one time I said chompers are like the worst people on the planet. Yeah, I mean, all that. And, chompers, there's a big range of people there. It's not just people that talk during the shows. That seems to be, for the most part, the crowd out there, the scene is just kind of taking chompers to mean people that talk during the show. Which, again, that could be a chomper. And like I said recently, so could the guy that did so many drugs he can't even speak. Also a chomper. You gotta watch it, man. Yeah, this guy doesn't mind Got a Jaboo. I think Got a Jaboo is one of them songs, like it's kind of a cheesy little song. You're probably not gonna fucking bust out Farmhouse and listen to it very often, but when it's played live, it's player. Found that out in Kansas City, out there in Starlight. Was that the name of that venue? Starlight? Hit a smooth little jam that night. It was cool. You think so, huh? Maybe. I'd like to think that I'm not quite, I don't know. So every now and then I look back at an old video and cringe. Like the one, I think somebody saw it recently where I called chompers the worst people on the planet. It's definitely not true. All right, guys. So it looks like we got it's like some people it's hard to tell, man. You can't always just, I don't know. It's tough to get an opinion you trust on like what happened last night. I missed the show. What everybody think? Sometimes it's tough to tell out there. That's why I was disappointed in this fall tour. I feel like that last night especially kind of faked it a little bit. I don't want to be the hater guy though. I feel like that Friday night of that 3-night run, I was a little bit of a hater guy. I can always kind of find the stuff I like and just sort of, then maybe mention some parts that sucked and then kind of breeze over the other and, just kind of overall have a positive thing going on. One night I lost it. Was like, God damn it, why don't these guys ever practice? So, whatever, have those nights. Probably they got a bad day or something. But then that final third show, I just wasn't really digging that final third show either. And then, I don't know. I went with the positive, spiked the marker, boom, out of here. Not that I have any credibility or I should have credibility. I mean, I feel like if you're wondering what happened last night and you want to know if it was a good show, you should probably just go listen. But not everybody's got that opportunity, so. I know, man. Dude, what a pathetic week for Ohio sports, huh? At least they lost to Bob Huggins. Buckeyes basketball, that is. Alpine last summer was the last one I was at. I know I get that a lot. People are like, you never go to shows. He's never been to a show. Do you ever go to shows? I don't go to a lot, but usually go to a few a year. I've probably been averaging 3 or 4 a year since I've been doing this thing. I don't go to a lot of the big time event shows, I think. I definitely don't. I did go to Vegas in what, 14? That was the last like big time event I went to. Although that night 3 at Alpine felt like a big event. I like to do the summer tour closers. Did that at Merriweather one year, did it last year at Alpine. Never done Dick's, never done MSG. Yeah, that show was pretty good. Picked a good one. And I feel like the previous summer, Merriweather, that final night of Merriweather was one of the best shows of the summer. So gotten pretty lucky. And that one year I only caught the Nutter Center show. That was the one year I did only do one. And I don't know, man. I'm just not like a big city. Like New York City just does not seem like heaven to me. People are like, oh man, it's great. I can't get there, or I can't wait to get there. I just love it. I love it. I love it. And most of the time I'm rolling solo too, you know. If I had a good crew or something to roll with, it might be different. But just me, man, a guy fucking from the Midwest rolling into MSG solo seems like a nightmare. Vegas is cool. Vegas is like its own little deal, man. You just land on a plane, you get in a taxi, it takes you to your hotel. You never have to leave your hotel if you don't want. You can be like, cool, man. The MGM is pretty much my house for the next 4 days. Got a shower, got a shitter, got places to eat. It's all good. Phish is playing here. Don't even have to see daylight if you don't want to. So I will do Vegas again, probably, hopefully. I imagine, I think they'll be around for a while. Oh yeah, the running into the kicker, man. I mean, at least that wasn't a bad call. Although it did kind of look like, again, the Clemson player really initiated contact and made it way worse. But the 90s Red Rocks, yeah, that'd have been cool, huh? Dick's, I don't know why Dick's doesn't appeal to me big time, but I like to get out there. They got that legal marijuana in Colorado. I'd love to try that stuff at least once, maybe at a Phish show. All right, guys. Well, I know we still got a little time before set break, but no, I'm not really that handy. I mean, I'm like a YouTube handyman. If I got some problems and you can figure it out on YouTube, like a quick little car thing, or, like I had a water heater leaked recently on the plumber deal. That was super simple, but then I even had to call and like just make sure I had my water shut off right and all that stuff. So now I'm not real handy. I mean, I can get it done, I guess, but I don't know. Not super handy. You would think with this accent, huh? Be like, I bet you that guy can fucking change a bathroom thing. All right, man. I don't even know what they're called. All right, boom. I know I'm disrespectful. I'm giving hillbillies a bad name. Guy didn't even know how to change a faucet. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we'll see you tonight. I guess you get a boom on a live stream. I'll leave this up. Usually I jerk the live streams. About said I jerk them off. It's a little odd. I don't jerk off my own live streams. Boom. If any ladies out there want to, though, go for it. I won't complain.